Hello everyone, welcome back to Dugout Daily. I'm Charlie and today we have another video. This time we are previewing the match where the continental champions of Europe and South America lock horns in the 20th Club World Cup final at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah on Friday night as Manchester City face Fluminense. Before we get going, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel. Hit the Apex F1 channel and at MCFC Hibs on Twitter. We will get going then. And while the reigning Champions League holders beat Urawa Red Diamonds of Japan to advance to the showpiece event, the current Copa Libertadores champions defeated Al Ahly of Egypt in their semi-final clash. Following a difficult spell of form on the domestic front, winning just one of our last 6 Premier League games, Manchester City dusted ourselves down and put Urawa Red Diamonds to the sword at 3-0 in the semi-finals on Tuesday, securing safe passage through to the Club World Cup final in our first ever appearance at the tournament. The citizens initially struggled to penetrate the low block of Urawa, but eventually made the breakthrough courtesy of an own goal from Marius Højbjerg on the stroke of half-time, before second-half strikes from Mateo Kovacic and Bernardo Silva helped Pep Guardiola's side ease to victory. Just hours after Tuesday's win, Manchester City were named Team of the Year at the 2023 BBC Sport Personality of the Year Awards, with a prestigious prize recognising the club's treble success and subsequent Super Cup triumph, and the citizens are now on the cusp of creating more history as we are just one match away from becoming world champions, as well as the first English club to win 5 trophies in a calendar year. Success on Friday would also see Manchester City become the 4th English team after Manchester United in 2008, Liverpool in 2019 and Chelsea in 2021 to win the Club World Cup, as well as the first to celebrate success in our inaugural appearance at the tournament. Guardiola knows what it takes to win the Club World Cup, having previously lifted the trophy on 3 occasions in charge of former club Barcelona, where he won it twice, and Bayern Munich. Only Carlo Ancelotti has won as many as our manager. The Catalan boss has encouraged his Manchester City players to get as much rest as possible ahead of our meeting with Fluminense and create an environment that will put us in the right frame of mind for another momentous occasion in the club's history on Friday. Just 7 weeks on from lifting the Copa Libertadores for the first time in their 121-year history, Fluminense have punched their ticket to the Club World Cup final after beating Al Ahly 2-0 in the semi-finals on Monday. Following a cagey first half, John Arias opened the scoring from the penalty spot in the 71st minute before John Kennedy, who was the match winner in the Copa Libertadores final against Boca Juniors, came off the bench to net a second for the Rio de Janeiro-based outfit in the last minute of normal time. Fernando Dinizi's side are now seeking to follow in the footsteps of fellow Brazilian side Corinthians, who were the last non-European team to win the Club World Cup when they secured a surprising 1-0 win over Chelsea in 2012. Fluminense ended their 2023 Brasileiro campaign in 7th after winning 16, drawing 8 and losing 14 of their 38 top-flight matches, suffering defeat to champions Palmeiras and runners-up Grêmio in their final 2 matches, while they exited the Copa do Brasil at the last 16 stage to rivals Flamengo. Nicknamed the Brazilian Guardiola, Diniz doesn't agree with such a comparison, as he has branded his positional style of football as the direct opposite to that of the possession-based philosophy at Manchester City. Nevertheless, the tricolour boss, who's also the interim coach of the Brazil national team, is unfazed by the magnitude of Friday's final and is confident that his players have what it takes to cause an upset on the biggest stage. So both teams have played 1 game in the Club World Cup so far this season and of course have both won that game. Manchester City's form in our last 6 in all competitions is a draw, a loss, 2 wins, a draw and a win. Fluminense's form in their last 6 in all competitions is 3 wins, 2 defeats and a win. Manchester City trio Erling Haaland with a foot injury, Kevin De Bruyne with a hamstring injury, and Jeremy Doku with a muscle injury have all returned to training but are ineligible for Friday's final, as tournament regulations state that only the same 23 squad players selected for the semi-finals can feature in the showpiece event. Ruben Diaz and Josko Vardio will be pushing for recalls in defence that's set to protect Brazilian keeper Ederson, while both Kovacic and Mateus Nunes impressed in midfield on Tuesday and will hope to have done enough to retain their places in the first 11 alongside Rodri. However, Nunes could be the man sacrificed to allow Julian Alvarez to start up front, with Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden moving back into advanced midfield roles alongside Jack Grealish on the left. As for Fluminense, they have a clean bill of health, so Diniz will likely name the same lineup that began against Al Ahly, with 43-year-old keeper Fabio set to become the oldest player to appear in the Club World Cup final. 40-year-old defender Felipe Melo's poised to become the oldest outfield player in the final, most likely partnering Nino at centre-back, while former Real Madrid left-back Marcelo is set to become the second player to participate in 5 Club World Cup finals after Toni Kroos with 6. In-demand midfielder Andre, who has been linked with a move to the Premier League, is expected to link arms with Matheus Martinelli in the engine room, while German Cano, who has scored an impressive 40 goals in 59 games for Fluminense in 2023, could be supported in attack by Arias, Ganso and Keno. So the predicted team for Manchester City is Ederson in goal, Walker, Stones, Diaz and Vardio as the back four, with Rodri and Kovacic in midfield, Bernardo, Foden and Grealish behind Alvarez in attack. And the predicted team for Fluminense is Fabio in goal, Xavier, Nino, Melo and Marcelo as the back four, with Andre and Martinelli in midfield, Arias, Ganso and Keno behind Canho in attack. If Manchester City wish to close the circle on our recent trophy success, we must cut out the sloppy defensive errors made in Tuesday's win, as they can ill afford to make the same mistakes at the back against, on paper, a stronger opponent in Fluminense, who have the firepower up front to cause the citizens problems. Nevertheless, Guardiola's side will be considered as overwhelming favourites to come out on top, even without the presence of Haaland, De Bruyne and Doku, and the energy in the final third could prove too much for Fluminense's ageing backline that's kept just 4 clean sheets in their last 18 games across all competitions. So I predict this game will finish Manchester City 4, Fluminense 2. So that is it for this video then. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel. Hit the Apex F1 channel and at MCFC Hibs on Twitter. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching and we'll speak to you all soon. Take care and goodbye for now.